Good evening. How is everyone? Well, let's start this evening with a saying in Hindi. And the saying goes, भगवान जितना लेते हैं उससे हमेशा ज्यादा देते हैं. भगवान जितना लेते हैं उससे ज्यादा हमेशा देते हैं. If God takes back something from you, He will definitely give you back more than that. This proved true in case of Evelyn Glennie's loss of hearing also. So today we shall be studying the sound of music. We shall be talking about Evelyn Glennie's loss of hearing. Let's start. Rush hour crowds jostle for position on the underground train platform. A slight girl looking younger than her 17 years was nervous yet excited as she felt the vibrations of the approaching train. It was her first day at the prestigious Royal Academy of Music in London and daunting enough for any teenager fresh from a Scottish farm, but this aspiring musician faced a bigger challenge than most. She was profoundly deaf. So in the first paragraph itself, we come to know that this girl of 17 was looking younger than she actually was. That was one thing. Secondly, she was deaf, and yet she became excellent in her own way. This we will come to know a little later. Let's read out the second paragraph. Evelyn Glennie's loss of hearing had been gradual. Her mother remembers noticing something was wrong when the 8-year-old Evelyn was waiting to play the piano. They called her name and she didn't move. I suddenly realized she hadn't heard, says Isabel Glennie. For quite a while, Evelyn managed to conceal her growing deafness from friends and teachers, but by the time she was 11, her marks had deteriorated and her headmistress urged her parents to take her to a specialist. It was then discovered that her hearing was severely impaired as a result of gradual nerve damage. They were advised that she should be fitted with hearing aids and sent to a school for deaf. Everything suddenly looked black, says Evelyn. So in the second paragraph, we come to know that she started losing her hearing at the age of 8, and that is the age normally we all have a habit of concealing things. We do not reveal things about our weaknesses, especially. We do not reveal to our parents or friends, and that was the case in her case also. So she kept concealing, and there came a time when her marks deteriorated, and the teacher came to know, everyone came to know. The parents were advised to take her to a specialist. Now, let's read out the third paragraph. But Elvin was not going to give up. She was determined to lead a normal life and pursue her interest in music. One day, she noticed a girl playing a xylophone and decided that she wanted to play it too. Most of the teachers disgraced her, but percussionist Ron Forbes spotted her potential. He began to tuning two large drums to different notes. Don't listen through your ears, he would say. Try to sense it some other way, says Evelyn. Suddenly I realized I could feel the higher drum from the waist up and the lower one from the waist down. Forbes repeated the exercise, and soon Alvin discovered that she could sense certain notes in different parts of body. I had learned to open my mind and body to sounds and vibrations. The rest was sheer determination and hard work. So, here is a very interesting story, and normally we take it granted if we lose our hearing, we cannot hear. But here is a case. She says her teacher advised her to hear, to start hearing, to try to hear from different body parts. And he gave her two drums, one of higher note and the other one of lower note. And she started hearing the higher note drum from the upper part of the above the waist and the lower drum below the waist. How difficult it would have been, but whatever we hear, she sensed from different parts of the body. She made use of all the parts of her body. So, paragraph number 4, she never looked back. From that point onwards, she toured the United Kingdom with a youth orchestra. By the time she was 16, she had decided to make music her life. She auditioned for the Royal Academy of Music and scored one of the highest marks in the history of the Academy. She gradually moved from orchestra work to solo performances. At the end of her 3-year course, she had captured most of the top awards. How beautiful it sounds. A girl of say around 17 who lost her hearing, and here is a case. She became a part of an orchestra. She wins all the top awards, and then she starts solo performances. How confident and what kind of a determination it was, you can imagine. And that is why I always maintain hard work always pays, determination always pays, and those three Ds I have always been talking about: determination, discipline. These are the things which always pay. So please learn a lot from this girl, and we can also do many things. Let's read paragraph number 5. And for all this, Evelyn won't accept any hint of heroic achievement. If you work hard and know where you are going, you will get there. And she got right to the top. The world's most sought after multi-percussionist with the mastery of some 1,000 instruments and hectic international schedule. See, you can imagine how hectic the schedule would have been at that, with those achievements, with those top awards. And see, normally such a girl would have been rated an impaired girl. But here is a case, she beat everything and she achieved everything possible, and yet she remained normal. She was never egoistic. She always said, you can all achieve if you are determined. It's always matter of sheer time management and determination. That was always her saying. Let's read out paragraph number 6. It is intriguing to watch Evelyn function so effortlessly without hearing. In our 2-hour discussion, she never missed a word. Men with bushy beards give me trouble. She laughed. It is not just watching the lips, it's the whole face, especially the eyes. She speaks flawlessly with a Scottish lip. My speech is clear because I could hear till I was 11, she says. But that doesn't explain how she managed to learn French and master basic Japanese. Think of the talent. How good that girl was. A girl who lost hearing at the age of, she started losing it at the age of 8. And by the time she was 11, she completely lost it. Despite this, she learned 2 more languages. That was French and Japanese. Apart from this, how famous she became, playing all those more than 1,000 musical instruments she could play. Think of the talent. It was sheer hard work. It was sheer management of time. And she never missed a single word. And one day, when she was talking to the author, she laughed, saying, men with bushy beard trouble me, because I have to understand from each part of the face, and if you have all those beards, it becomes very difficult for me to understand. So this was the sense of humor with the girl at that height, and she was so humorous. As for music, she explains, it pours in through every part of my body. Music pours in from every part of my body. It tingles in the skin, my cheekbones, and even in my hair. When she plays the xylophone, She can sense the sound passing up the stick into her fingertips. By leaning against the drums, she can feel the resonances flowing into her body. On a wooden platform, she removes her shoes so that the vibrations pass through her bare feet and up her legs. Not surprisingly, Alvin delights her audiences. In 1991, she was presented the Royal Philharmonic Society's prestigious Soloist of the Year award. Says master percussionist James Blades, God may have taken her hearing, but he has given her back something extraordinary. What we hear, she feels far more deeply than any of us. That is why she expresses music so beautifully. So it was clearly understood that she felt music in every part, even her hair, with her cheekbone. She used to remove her feet when she was on the stage, and from the wooden platform, the sound of the music through her legs used to be felt in all the body parts. What an amazing fact about that girl. And we can all do it, provided we should have that determination, that kind of determination. So it is the determination that makes you successful. Evelyn confesses that she is something of a workaholic. I have just got to work, often harder than classical musicians, but the rewards are enormous. Apart from the regular concerts, Evelyn also gives free concerts to prisons and hospitals. She also gives high priority to classes for young musicians. Anne Richlin of the Beethoven Fund for Deaf Children says she is signing inspiration for deaf children. They see that there is nowhere that they cannot go. Evelyn Glennie has already accomplished more than most people twice her age. More than most people twice her age. She has brought percussions to the front of the orchestra and demonstrated that it can be very moving. She has given inspiration to those who are handicapped, people who look to her and say, if she can do it, I can. If she can do it, I can. And not the least, she has given enormous pleasure to millions. Millions of people watched her performing live. And see what an inspiration this girl must have been for all those who were not fortunate enough and who were hard of hearing. So this should be inspirational to all of us. We should learn a lot from this story. The next story is also equally good. I shall be presenting it to you in the next video. Till then, learn all the word meanings I'll be sending you some question answers. Please complete them, answer them, and we will again be together at the same time tomorrow evening. Till then, it's goodbye.